The galaxy was quiet. Too quiet. For many years, the great star systems had lived in peace. The alien races had grown strong. They controlled many planets and starships. They thought they were safe, but no one was ready for what came next. Far away on a small hidden planet, a man was still alive. He was the last human in the whole galaxy. His name was Jalen. He was weak and tired, but his mind was sharp. He had survived alone for many years. The other humans were gone. All dead. Jalen looked at the sky. Stars shone above him like tiny lights. He held a small old radio device in his hands. It was broken in many places, but it still worked. It was his last hope. He pressed a button. A strange sound came out. Then his voice. "This is Jalen, the last human. Listen to me, all beings of the galaxy. I am the last one. I survived because I must stop you." His voice was low but clear. The radio waves spread through space, reaching millions of ships and planets. Suddenly, every alien leader and soldier stopped what they were doing. They heard the message. "Why should we listen to a dead race?" a large alien commander asked. His green skin shined under the control room lights. "Humans are weak, they are gone. This is a joke." But the message did not stop. Jalen spoke again. "I was weak once, but I learned your secrets. I saw how you destroyed my people. Now I have power you cannot imagine. I demand the galaxy kneel before me, or be destroyed." A cold silence followed. No one moved. No one spoke. Far away, in the Galactic Council room, the leaders gathered. They were tall and strange, from many different races. They looked at each other with fear. "How can one human say this?" a blue-skinned council member whispered. "We are the strongest. We have the largest fleets." The council leader, an old alien with silver eyes, stood up. "We do not know if this is a threat or a bluff, but we cannot ignore it. We must find him." Jalen was watching all of this from his small base. He smiled. His plan was working. He switched on his broken radio again. "I have waited a long time. I will not wait more. Kneel now or face the end." But who was this last human? How had he survived? Many years ago, humans lived on Earth, a small blue planet. They were many and strong. But then a war came. The alien races saw humans as a threat. They attacked. The humans fought back but lost. Almost all were wiped out. Jalen was a soldier. He saw his family die. He escaped to a hidden planet. There he trained every day. He learned alien technology, science, and weapons. He became stronger than any human before. His only goal was revenge. He wanted the galaxy to remember humans, not as weak creatures, but as the last great force. In his base, Jalen had built a secret weapon. It was old but powerful. It could destroy planets. He looked at the control panel. The countdown was on. Soon the galaxy would see the power of the last human. But the galaxy was not ready for what was coming. Back on a distant starship, an alien soldier named Kale heard Jalen's message. Kale was young, but brave. He did not fear humans like many others. He was curious. Kyle looked at the stars. "Who is this human? Why does he threaten us? I must find out." Kale asked his commander for permission to investigate. The commander laughed. "Go if you want, but you will fail. Humans are dead. You will find nothing." But Kale was determined. He knew this was no ordinary message. Something was wrong. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, messages from Jalen's radio spread panic. Some aliens wanted to fight. Others wanted to surrender. Some laughed. But deep inside, everyone felt fear. "Who is this man?" a famous alien scientist asked. "How did he survive? And how does he have such power?" Jalen's message was clear. Kneel, or be destroyed. The last human was alive, and he was ready to fight. As the countdown on Jalen's weapon reached its final minutes, the galaxy waited. The silence was broken by a sudden explosion in space. A small planet disappeared in fire and smoke. The galaxy gasped. The war had begun. Jalen's voice came again through the radio waves. "This is your last warning. Kneel now. Show respect to the last human or be destroyed." Kyle watched the news. His heart beat fast. He had to find this man. He had to understand. Jalen, the last human, stood tall. His eyes burned with anger and hope. He was not alone anymore. The galaxy had heard the last signal, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The message from the last human echoed across the galaxy. Every corner, every planet, every starship heard it loud and clear. Kneel or be destroyed. The words burned in the minds of millions. At the heart of the galaxy was the Galactic Council, a place where the most powerful alien leaders met. The room was huge, filled with beings of all shapes and sizes. Some had scales, some had feathers, some had eyes everywhere. But today, all faces were pale with fear. The council leader, Elder Vorn, stood in front. His long silver robes glowed softly. His voice was calm but serious. "We face a threat unlike any before," he said. "A single human, the last of his kind, claims he will destroy us all unless we obey him." A murmur spread through the room. Some laughed nervously. "How can one human threaten the entire galaxy?" A large reptilian leader growled. "We have millions of ships. We control whole star systems." Another council member, a glowing insectoid named Ziri, shook her head. "We do not know his power. We must take this seriously." Elder Vorn raised a hand. "We must find this human. If he has a weapon, we must destroy it before it destroys us." Suddenly, a sharp alarm blared through the council chamber. A hologram appeared in the center. It showed the last human's secret weapon. It was a huge sphere, glowing with strange energy, floating silently in space. "This weapon can destroy entire planets," said the scientist who joined the council meeting. "If it activates, millions will die." The room grew silent. "We must act fast," Elder Vorn said. "Send our fastest ships to find the human's location. Prepare our fleets for war." But not everyone agreed. A young council member named Kale, the alien soldier from the previous part, stood up. "I ask for permission to lead a small team. I want to find this human and talk to him. Maybe there is another way." Laughter filled the room. "You want to talk to a man who just threatened us all?" An older alien barked. "You are foolish." Kyle's eyes burned with determination. "I am not afraid. We cannot ignore this. I will find him." Elder Vorn looked at Kyle carefully. After a moment, he nodded. "Very well. You have 1 week. Find this last human. If you fail, the full power of the galactic fleets will come after him." Kyle bowed and left the room. Outside, his ship waited, ready to fly. Meanwhile, on his hidden planet, Jalen watched the council's reaction through stolen data. He smiled. "They think I am weak. They will learn soon." His secret weapons countdown moved closer to 0. The power inside was growing. The galaxy was about to change forever. But even with all his anger and power, Jalen was alone. For now, the question was, who would kneel? And who would stand and fight? The galaxy had heard the last human's voice. But who was he? How did he survive when all other humans were gone? Far away, on a quiet planet, memories stirred in Jalen's mind. Years ago, Earth was full of life. Humans were many and strong. They built great cities, flew ships, and explored stars. But the peace did not last. Alien races feared humans would become too powerful. They planned war. One day their fleets attacked Earth. The humans fought hard, but they were unprepared. Cities burned, planets were lost. Jalen was a soldier then. He fought in the last battle. He lost his family, his friends died. "I promised I would survive," Jalen whispered, eyes full of pain. "I would make them pay." He escaped to a secret planet hidden from all. There he trained alone for years. He studied alien weapons, technology, and war tactics. He became stronger, faster, smarter. Jalen learned to use alien tech better than the aliens themselves. He built a secret weapon, powerful enough to destroy worlds. But his real strength was his mind, his will to fight. He was not just a survivor. He was a warrior. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, many wondered about this human's true power. How did one man survive? Asked a curious scientist. How can he control such technology? But no one knew the full truth. Back in his base, Jalen checked his weapon's status. The countdown was less than 1 hour. He prepared for the battle to come, but even with his power, he felt a strange loneliness. He was the last human standing, alone against the galaxy. Would anyone stand with him, or would he fight alone? Jalen looked at the stars. His eyes burned with a fierce hope. The galaxy will kneel, he promised, or be destroyed. Kale's ship jumped through space at full speed. The young alien was determined. He had one mission: find Jalen, the last human. Talk to him, understand his plan. The Galactic Council had given him only 1 week. If he failed, war would start. Kale's small team scanned many star systems. They followed the faint radio signals from Jalen's broken transmitter. The signal was weak, but steady, like a heartbeat in the darkness. Days passed. The team grew tired, but Kale did not give up. Finally, on the edge of the galaxy, their scanners found something. A hidden planet, small and dark. Is this it? Kale asked. Unknown, replied his navigator. But the signal is strongest here. Kale felt a chill. He knew the danger was close. They landed on the planet's surface. It was cold and empty. The sky was dark, filled with stars. Suddenly, sensors detected movement. Jalen. He appeared from the shadows, calm and ready. His eyes sharp, his face serious. I was waiting for you, Jalen said. Kale stepped forward. Why do you threaten the galaxy? Why do you want us to kneel? Jalen smiled, but it was not friendly. Because you killed my people. Because you destroyed humanity. Kale looked at him carefully. Maybe there is another way. We don't have to fight. Jalen shook his head. I am the last human. I carry the pain of all my people. They will remember us, as strong or not at all. The tension grew thick. Both knew the battle was near. Kale had a choice. Trust this last human, or warn the galaxy of war. Jalen's secret weapon countdown ticked closer to 0. The hunt had begun. The countdown was almost over. Jalen stood in front of his secret weapon's control panel. His hands were steady. His heart was burning with anger. This ends now, he whispered. In space, far from the hidden planet, the Galactic Council's fleets waited, ready to attack. Suddenly, a blinding flash filled the sky. The secret weapon fired. A massive wave of energy shot through space faster than light. It hit a nearby star system, destroying an entire planet in seconds. The galaxy gasped. Leaders panicked. Ships scrambled. Jalen has power beyond our worst fears, Elder Vorn said. We must stop him before more worlds are lost. Kale's team raced back to warn the fleets, but Jalen was ready. Using his knowledge of alien tech, he hacked into their systems. Ships turned off their engines. Communications failed. One by one, the fleets fell silent. Jalen's voice echoed across space. Kneel or be destroyed. Some planets surrendered. Others prepared for war. Kale looked at the destruction and felt fear, but he also felt hope. There must be a way to end this, Kyle said. We need to find Jalen's weakness. Jalen watched the galaxy kneel or burn. His mission was only starting. The last human was no longer just surviving. He was leading a new war. The galaxy had changed forever. Jalen's attack shocked the galaxy. Many feared him, but not everyone wanted to bow down. In the shadows, secret groups started to form. Some aliens saw Jalen as a hero, a symbol of strength and justice for the weak. They wanted to join him. Others saw him as a danger, a madman who could destroy everything. Cale knew the galaxy was splitting. The Council's power was breaking. He worked hard to gather allies who wanted peace. One day, Cale received a message from an unknown source. "I want to meet," it said. "We can help you stop Jalen." Cale was suspicious but hopeful. He arranged a secret meeting on a neutral space station. When Cale arrived, he saw a group of diverse aliens. They called themselves the Rebels of the Void. Their leader, a fierce woman with glowing eyes, stepped forward. "We don't trust Jalen," she said, "but we hate the Council's corruption. We want a new future, with or without humans." Kyle listened carefully. "Then help me find Jalen's weakness. Together we can stop this war." Meanwhile, Jalen was building his forces too. His radio messages inspired lonely survivors, humans and aliens who believed in his cause. His secret weapon was only the start. Soon, he would have fleets of ships ready to fight. The galaxy was on the edge. Allies and enemies were choosing sides. The war was far from over. The galaxy waited. The final battle was near. Cale and the Rebels of the Void gathered their ships. They had one goal: stop Jalen and save the galaxy. Jalen's fleet grew stronger every day. His voice echoed like thunder across space. "Kneel, or be destroyed." The two forces met near a giant asteroid field, the perfect place for a battle. Explosions lit the dark space. Ships weaved between rocks, firing lasers and missiles. Cale's ship was hit. Alarms blared. But he kept fighting. He knew Jalen's secret weapon had a weakness: the control core. If they could destroy it, the weapon would stop. Cale led a small team inside Jalen's flagship. They moved quietly, fighting past guards. Jalen waited in the control room, calm and fierce. "You think you can stop me?" he asked. Cale raised his weapon. "For the galaxy, I must." The battle was fierce. Blades clashed, guns fired. Finally, Cale's team destroyed the control core. The weapon powered down with a loud hum. Jalen fell to his knees, angry but alive. Cale looked at him, breathing hard. "This war ends now," Cale said. Jalen smiled sadly. Maybe the last human can find peace too. The galaxy was saved, but the memory of the last human's fight would never fade. He had made the galaxy kneel, but he also made it remember.